And welcome back to Crypto Hawk channel. Got a good show lined up today. We're gonna go back in time. We're gonna read articles from today and then go back 10 years ago and say they did that right there. We're gonna go to articles of today. We're gonna read where the article says, and we're coming out with this new thing. Ripple's gonna say we're coming out with this new thing, and then I'm gonna show you 10 years ago. No, they were already doing it 10 years ago. They just weren't telling you. That's what the show is gonna be about today. We're gonna go and see how Ripple was having market making and all these kinds of things, automated market making 10 years ago. I know they're trying to put out the news now, and everyone's like, oh, automated market making. I want to get in on this. I want to do. Don't do a damn thing. Okay. All this stuff, don't get involved in dumb shit. Okay. Just hold your crypto and wait. Okay. Don't be the first. Don't be the test rat. Okay. Nobody wants to go first, but nobody wants to be last, right? Okay, so Crypto Hulk ain't going first on nothing. I don't want no airdrops. I don't want nothing. Okay. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to be identifying your wallet address. So later, three-letter agencies can track you or whatever it is. Okay. Ripple is the government and governments around the world. That's what it is. It's not a company. So if you watch my show enough, because I know right now, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. That's because you don't watch Crypto Hulk. I know everything I'm talking about. I've got the evidence. No other channels have. That's how much I know. But that's okay. Defend your ego. That's just fine with you. Then when you get fucking destroyed by watching these other channels and stuff, I call out their dumb shit frequently about stuff they have you investing in, which is just like not cool. Anyway, I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, just here to do a deep dive, show you evidence, and let you decide for yourself what you want to do with that evidence. If I tell you to buy something, don't do it, on and on. How about this? Don't even watch the show. There you go. There's your disclaimer. The best thing you do is just never watch the show at all. All right. First five people here Crypto Greek, IBEW, Cup of Coffee, XRP Poncherello, Jersey, Kathy. Alarm is set. See y'all in the morning. Let's see here. Daniel became a member at the entry level membership. Welcome to the 2024 crypto explosion. And that's not waiting in vain. And then crappy snails. That's just brilliant. Welcome to the 2024 crypto explosion. We'll start having, I think, membership shows tonight. As a matter of fact, start that back up again. Last Chance says, has anyone ever tried to use a Bitcoin ATM? Did it work? Just curious. I've seen them. I just don't want to buy none. I just don't see a reason to. But let's go on. Let's see. All right. I do check my different social medias, try to answer questions here and there, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I suggest you get on my different social medias so that way you're able to get notifications if when YT decides not to notify you. If you're on my other social media, you'll be notified of the show, and that's for show. All right, let's go. Where do we want to start here? David Schwartz. David Schwartz. Let me do a copy and a paste. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh yeah, let me open up my community page. What I do is I have the community tab open and obviously the show right now, and I'll post stuff on the community page So when you don't see it, because a lot of times YT will not post things, then just go to my community page and find it. All right. David Schwartz here. Here's the topic. Ripple CTO reveals major XRP labs feature amid stablecoin experiment. What we got going on here is, look, the XRP ledger and all these little fun gadgets they're coming out with. They've already had this stuff for 10 years. I've been showing you all. They're trying to talk about the stablecoin excitement and stuff. Okay, woohoo, woohoo, wow. It's not a big deal. Okay. But these other channels need views so bad. They're like, oh God, they want to talk about all this stuff. Who fuck cares? Like, this is all, they're just releasing this stuff. I don't trust none of these people for at least a year or two. I'm not messing with none of this shit. Some people are gonna be like, oh, I just made 1,000 or 5,000 bucks, and then later you find out, like, the next day they wipe your whole account clear. I'm not messing with nothing until I see a long track record of at least 6 months or a year, nobody getting wrecked. Okay. I don't trust the government at all. Ripple's chief technology officer, David Schwartz, casts a spotlight on a crucial feature of the XRP ledger known as auto bridging. This comes at a time when excitement, well, I'm not excited at all, is building over Ripple's new stable coin, which is expected to bring more utility and liquidity to the XRP ledger. While not new to the XRP ledger, auto bridging is a unique feature on the digital exchange that uses XRP as a native currency to facilitate trades between any two assets on a ledger. Basically, what we got going on is Codius. Okay. Codius is the one that interacts between different platforms and makes all the magic happen. Codius is something they don't really ever talk about. I've never seen channels discussing Codius, the white paper, like myself. And I'm just really curious on that. You got all these supposedly XRP type people, but no one's reading the white paper of Codius and teaching it to people except me. I'm just wondering why. But let me continue. As the native currency on the XRP ledger, talks about auto bridging capitalizes on this by automatically using XRP as a bridge currency when determining the most efficient trading paths between assets. I'm going to be reading this article just a little bit here, and then I'm going to be showing you what Ripple was doing 10 years ago. Okay. So somehow, I guess people are all excited or something. I'm not personally at all. Um, this is technology that they've had for 10 years. And it's just a feature they've kept from us. Look, how it works is this with Ripple and stuff, the government, I mean, everything is a secret. And what they're doing is they're releasing information strategically. So they don't want to just come out and just give up all the information because people are going to see that Ripple's really the government and all this shit's all planned out and da 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 da. So what they're doing is they're making it look like we come up to this roadblock thing. Oh, let's go left. Oh, by the way, here's this new product. And then all this shit's already done. I'm going to show you the evidence later. But that's what this is. Anthony Welfare, some guy at Ripple or whatever, used to be a Ripple employee. Ripple CTO authored a blog to explain how the XRP ledger feature of auto bridging, which helps enable the efficient trading of stable coins. I'm not going to get into his tweet. Some people read these Twitter things. They want to learn about auto bridging and all these things. For me personally, I don't care. It's kind of like the cell phone. I don't need you to explain to me all this shit on how the cell phone works, whatever. All I want to know is I can pick up this phone, make calls, and make money. That's the only thing I want to know. So people want to learn about auto bridging. Great. I personally don't care. Um, Now, when it comes to money, that's what I'm caring about. Auto bridging works in tandem with the XRP ledger's automated market maker function, which recently went live on the XRP ledger mainnet. No, we've had all this for 10 years. I'll show you. When the automated market maker trade takes place on the ledger, it can generate fresh trading offers that are compatible with the auto bridging feature. This means that the auto bridging feature can consider the newly created offers when processing trades. Ripple stablecoin will be backed by the US dollar deposits, the US government bonds, and cash equivalents like XRP. That's what they're not telling you right here. Now let's get into the evidence for what I'm saying. It goes back about 10 years ago, roughly, to Ripple China. And let me show you what they were doing back 10 years ago with China and stuff. All right, go to let me click on this. You got that one I just sent, and then we sent it to the community page. Okay, what are we looking at here? Let's go to the 57-second mark. 57-second mark. Okay, one of the ways that Ripple was moving money around for the past 10 years is a product or their program called Ripple Dividend. Now, this is out of China, and they have these things called IOUs. It's like this network that Ripple has the software, which is Codius, and it helps to make trades from different places around the world. Ripple would have like market making type people. They'd also look right here. Ripple Dividend is inherited from the XMM Market Making Fund. XMM started in 2014 as a nonprofit experimental project. It issued IOUs and these kinds of things. So what we're looking at here is just what they're talking about now. Okay, when David Schwartz and stuff starts talking about the automated market makers, they already have the XMM. So the automated market maker was something that started in 2014. That's 10 years ago. I have the evidence to show it. That's why I can speak on it. Okay. Now, if we look at, go to the 1 minute 50-second mark, 1 minute 50-second mark of that same video. We can clearly see a date here of April 22nd, 2015. If you look right above, it's written in Chinese. So we know that this is from China's already had this. Just so you know, David Schwartz is talking about, oh yeah, we have this automated market maker stuff, and it's very efficient. And this was in China. Just so you know. Now it's starting to hit hard. The research that Crypto Hulk does, huh? It's kind of like, whoa, China? Yeah. They had something called market making bots, robots. Sounds pretty automatic, right? The AMM, automatic market maker. Or is this what we're looking at right here? Market making bots. Bots are pretty automatic, I'd say. You gotta you give them a little program, and those little suckers are out there buying and selling, transferring, digital exchanging. That's how they were doing this. So what I'm showing you here on the previous video at the 57-second mark is the X instead of the AMM. Ripple was using the XMM. It was an experimental project back in 2014 or 15. They invented this. It was probably in the works 2011, 12, 13. But then they launched it in 2014 or 15. I'm not sure when. They launched it. You can see here, March 2014. So we know that the automated market maker they're talking about today was actually started and launched in 2014. Ripple didn't want to tell anybody they had it. They let it run for about 10 years, and then they changed the name. Instead of calling it the XMM, it's now the AMM. So personally, CryptoHawk, that's why CryptoHawk's not excited. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying it's not a big deal. This shit's been out for 10 years. And that's how a lot of this stuff goes. The next picture that I showed you again was from the 1 minute and 50 seconds. The reason it started off as the XMM, right? And then they threw in market making bots. That's how it becomes automated market making. Because now you have robots. Ripple already had the smart contracts 10 years ago. So you just have simply the bots working with smart contracts. And then bammo, we have the news today of the automated market maker. Well, I just showed you how that all evolved right there with those two clips. Now, let me check the comments. We'll go to the next article there, buddy. There are a couple of things I feel there. The government is acting like they're so against Ripple. IBEW Dan, very good comment. There are a couple of things I feel. Like you said, they are the government. That is why they are acting like they are. So against Ripple, so that other countries commit 100% and they are still in control. Right. See, what you got going is Ripple is the government. And there's some governments involved in Ripple. I want to say Germany, China, India, some of the top superpowers, basically. And what they're doing, I mean, think about this. I've already shown you Ripple Russia, Ripple China, right? I mean, think about that now. That's pretty massive. I shouldn't have to tell you anymore. But we can go through the names: Ripple Israel, Ripple Indonesia. We can keep going. Okay. So what CryptoHawk discovered nobody else has is that they're already involved. Ripple's not a company. I mean, it's very clear. When you got supposed enemies of the United States, when you've got, like, I love my show, I do. When you got the evidence that I've shown you, Justin's son, who worked for Ripple, who is the ambassador to the Red Dragon country, who went to the greater Red Dragon country, helped hook him up, and we have this thing called Ripple China today. This stuff was done 10 years ago. You know that digital yuan or whatever they're floating around China and all that, man. China's been waiting for this thing to take off. Ripple taught them all they needed to know about making crypto. They've been ready to go. It's the rest of the world that we're trying to get going. You see how all this is? Some countries, they'll be like, I want nothing to do with this if the United States is involved. These Brics, these whole Brics country, where I'm going to show you again later, they're all Ripple partners. You know, when you watch Crypto Hulk, I have the evidence to show all of these partnerships other channels don't have. That's the fun part when you watch Crypto Hulk. It's that, damn, this guy's got all the evidence. Because my goal is to teach you and show you all the stuff's planned. When you got Ripple Russia, Ripple China, like, come on. Like, this was 10 years ago. Like, this is so planned out. Then all of a sudden you got this war, and then all of a sudden now, Vladimir is looking at releasing a new payment system. It's all Ripple. Come on. But see, the other channels don't have the evidence, so they can't see what we can see. I've shown you the Ripple Russia thing, all the evidence for that, but the research report, no other channel. And I'm showing you all this, and then you're watching the news, and you're like, damn, that's the same thing Crypto Hulk was showing us. All this is planned. Okay, so Ripple's going to come and release something that they've been doing for 10 years. Like, they just don't want to come out with all this right now because it makes it look like they're running the show, right? Then countries will be like, oh, I don't know if we want to do this, because then Ripple can't put out, like, they've got it all done. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you as like no one else is showing you. BitBoy said in a video, okay, stop. Quantum freedom. BitBoy said in a video, does he have evidence? Or is it just what he said? See, people, you know why people pay me with memberships? Because I show evidence. You know why people get into certain cryptos that we talk about on the show? Because I show evidence. I just don't talk. Crypto Hulk said this. It shouldn't matter what the fuck Crypto Hulk says. You know what matters? Is what evidence Crypto Hulk shows. That's why people love this channel. Okay? It doesn't matter what the fuck I say. Like, who the fuck am I, right? Just some guy who sits on the floor for 4 years and makes fucked up videos, right? What matters, especially when I get a phone call from a whale that wants information, they don't care what I fucking think. They might ask me, what do you think? Okay, well, since you asked what I think, here's the answer. And then sometimes they'll be like, what do you know about this? What do you know about that? And I'll tell them the evidence that I know of. Okay, I don't get paid for my opinion. I get paid for the evidence that I discover. That's the difference. When people talk about somebody else like BitBoy, I don't care what he says. Not an attack against him. I don't care what any crypto influencer says or thinks. I want to see the fucking evidence. Okay, that's how I run my show. Next, we got the David Schwartz thing. Where's that? Let me click out of that. One. Next, Ripple liquidity pool. Oh, this one will be good. Oh, this will be really, really good. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to drop something else. Ripple already had something called Ripple Singapore. And they had commodities, securities, gold, silver, fiat. It was a liquidity pool, everybody. This shit was done 10 years ago, and I'm going to show you the evidence for it. Okay. Good Hulk, you're always like a buzz buster. We always try to get excited from this news from Ripple, and you show us that they've had this shit for 10 years. Well, man, I'm just showing you the truth, man. Okay, here's the title. This article came out a couple days ago. Ripple's going to launch a liquidity pool for XRP on an automated market maker. Well, we just went over that. It used to be called XMM, and then that was 10 years ago, and then they added bots to it. I showed you that. So naturally, they call it the AMM. This shit's been around 10 years. It's really not news, okay? Anders, some guy named Anders predicts Ripple will launch a liquidity pool for XRP using its stablecoin RUSD, potentially boosting both coins. Well, who the fuck cares what he predicts? Let's see the evidence for it. This aligns with Ripple's digital exchange and ODL services. I'm going to show you Ripple's digital exchange liquidity pool and all that, it's been around for at least 10 years. They just haven't decided to show you, but that's okay. My job is to show you the evidence, even though Ripple doesn't. They're talking about price in this article. I'm gonna skip that. So there's a guy named Anders. He's on Twitter, I presume, or X. Recently, a seasoned crypto researcher named Anders stirred the community with a bold prediction. Well, predictions don't mean shit. Ripple, a major player in the crypto realm, is gearing up to unveil a groundbreaking liquidity pool for XRP on an automated market maker. Groundbreaking. Anders, it's not groundbreaking. It's been around 10 years. It used to be called the XMM, and they're using bots. If you watch Crypto Hulk show, you'd know that happened 10 years ago. Okay, so that's not really groundbreaking news. What's more, they plan to bolster their own pool using their very own USD stablecoin. The savvy move not only ramps up liquidity, but strengthens the XRP. Oh, I'm going to show you what was on the XRP ledger. This is probably on the private one. I'm going to show you how all this stuff was all done. I'm just looking through this article for a minute, pull out some good stuff. They're talking about perfect timing, uphold ODL and regulatory shifts. Look, Ripple releases information when they think it's necessary. Again, all the shit's already been done 10 years ago. All right. I've been showing all the evidence for it. It's not my opinion. It's the evidence based on the evidence that I show all the time. All this shit's been done. I've showed you the times. I showed you in 2014, 2015, all the stuff. So it's not Crypto Hulk's opinion. The crypto community was abuzz when Ripple announced its foray into stablecoins. Let's see, technical analysis. Okay, let's get out of that. Here is the evidence right here. Let me do a copy and a paste. I'm going to show you how Ripple had stocks, bonds, derivatives, the whole shot, cash, gold, all of it. It's all done. They're just making it look like it's not. See, these other countries get threatened. Now, look right here. I just sent you a video. It's 4 minutes long. It's a 4-minute long video on Ripple Singapore. I want you to go to the 3-minute 48 seconds. 3-minute 48 seconds. What we have is a gateway. Okay. This is this is a gateway right here, an on-ramp and an off-ramp to what you know as Ripple's liquidity hub that they haven't released yet. Okay, liars. They haven't released this liquidity hub. They're working on it, but whatever, blah blah blah. I have the evidence. Watch the whole video after the show. But we're talking about here, Ripple had something called Ripple Singapore. It was started back in 2013. You could watch this video and learn it all. Ripple Singapore. What it was a liquidity pool digital exchange. You could come into it with money and take out gold or silver. You could have it on paper or have it mailed to you. All this was with Ripple in Singapore. There's a business called the Safe House. It's in Singapore. It's still in business today. Ripple partnered up with them. That's where Ripple kept the gold. and the silver. It's very interesting. Why didn't Ripple start that program in America? Why is it in Singapore? Well, Singapore is very close to the Red Dragon country, isn't it? Yeah. Why, yes, Crypto Hulk, it is. And yet Ripple starts this exchange in Singapore. Now they have fiat money. You can come in with dollars and get anything. It's like an exchange. It's a liquidity pool. It's all in one. Look what they also had there. Physical commodities, securities, fiat currencies, and more. There's your evidence right there. Now, if you watch the full video, you can see it. What I'm showing you today is what other channels just have no idea. They have no concept because they don't have the evidence that we have on this channel. That's why I can read an article from like today and call bullshit on it because all the shit's already done. Okay. Ripple had all this technology back then. I've had people verify. I've shown the Ripple customer list from 2013 or 14. I've had people verify the wallets that I show that are still even active today. This was a test. the Ripple Singapore was a test. They traded commodities, securities, fiat money, gold, silver. All this stuff was already done. Your automated market makers were XMM plus bots that became the AMM. All the shit's been done. I've laid the evidence to show you. It's not my opinion. Here's all the evidence right there. Now, these articles come out, and everybody in the XRP community like just runs with it like it's just, oh wow, look at this and look at that, and this stuff's already done. And that's why I make these videos, so you can see very clearly that they didn't just launch this. This shit's been going on for 10 years. So I'm not touching none of it until I see really how it goes. But so just consider that, like when you see Ripple coming out with this stuff, they've already had it. And I'm showing you here, it's already done. It's just these other channels don't know where to find this evidence. So everybody acts all surprised, but it's really not a big deal. Like later, what's going to happen is Ripple's going to come out publicly with this liquidity hub, and people are going to go nuts. And I'm like, what are you going nuts for? It's like, I'm showing you the evidence right here. It's already done. The first one was done in Singapore in 2013, actually. So 11 years ago, they already had this liquidity hub done in Singapore. It was tested with all this stuff. It's commodities, derivatives, securities, all that. I already showed you like 10 years ago. You had XRP derivatives. I've already shown you. So Crypto Hulk channel shows you all this stuff in advance. So when Ripple comes out with, or if people try to scare you on crypto stuff, oh, Ripple's they've already tested everything and it's done. The XRP, Ripple, and all this, it's done and it's tested. Now what's been happening the last 10 years is Ripple's been signing up country after country. You know, Ripple, the people at Ripple, they don't lie to you. They just can't tell you the truth. You know, Ripple came out and said, yeah, we started with little companies, which they did. That's all the Ripple customers like Mr. Ripple and RipX and all these little things. Ripple started off in all these countries with little, they'd meet somebody in that country and form a relationship with a small little company in Brazil, let's say, like I did that article on in Ripple. Rafael was the first guy in Brazil, guy named Rafael that showed his picture, and he was the first gateway in Brazil. And how Ripple, what they did was they'd get a guy like Rafael and get him to introduce it to the rest of the Brazilian country. Now, there was cases like which is very interesting. The Red Dragon country and Russia, how did they become Ripple Russia and China in like 2014, let's say? You know, doesn't it take a lot of years to build a relationship between, like, if the Red Dragon country is going to use our banking information format stuff, like the Ripple Labs and the ledgers and all, like, how long does that take? 5 years? 10 years? I mean, think. You're seeing like Ripple Russia. How long does it take for Ripple to go into Russia and to build a relationship to where they'll actually have the name Ripple Russia? I mean, that's pretty amazing. How does Ripple do this as a startup? That's what no other channel's discussing, is what we're discussing right now. You got 2013. I showed you yesterday's show. 2013, Ripple made a crypto for the Red Dragon country. It's called Ripple Chai. I'm not going to say no. Are you seeing this? This is 11 years ago. Ripple's already in that Red Dragon country with the crypto called Ripple China. How is that? See what I'm saying? Like, so even though Ripple said, yeah, we started with little companies, oh, they also started with big companies. I think the country of Red Dragon is pretty fucking big with 1.2 billion people. I think Ripple Russia, that's really fucking big for 2000, for a company that just started like Ripple. Is it really just a company? No. There's something going on that David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse can't tell you. They're not liars. They just can't, it's national security. They can't tell you. And maybe this is all global. Maybe it's a deal where the United States said, hey, we have a technology to take over the world. Let us share it with you. Right? I don't know. Maybe the top 5 families of the world contacted all these countries and said, hey, we are going to change to a crypto globe. You're going to facilitate this. Here's the plans. Now think about this. Ripple's first partner was called Fedora Bank. No other channel tells you. None of them know it. Well, they probably, hopefully knew now, since I've only said that probably 300 times on my show. I've shown the evidence. So think about this. Ripple's first bank that they went public with was out of Germany. So now we know Germany's involved. Whoa. And then it was Brazil. Now I showed you the Cross River Bank in like Kansas or something, Cross River Bank or whatever the hell it's from. That was all. That was the first bank in America. It was like Cross River. But that's what I'm saying. I don't have all these answers, but nothing is what it seems. And let me check some comments, because sometimes we got to learn the news, but then we got to take time to think and reflect on why is Why is there Ripple China 2030? This doesn't make any sense, Crypto Hulk. There you go. But like China, aren't they supposed to be like our enemies or something? Then why is there Ripple China 2013? I'd like to know what the hell Ripple was doing there. If it came out in 2013, start thinking. I showed you the picture. There's multiple pictures of Ripple China 2013. There's different ones, all different kinds. Well, when did Ripple get there? 2012, 11? Doesn't it take years? Like Ripple goes into like a certain country, and then maybe it takes 5 years for them to be like, "Oh, we're using Ripple." It might take them 5 or 10 years to admit. How are we able to see 2013 Ripple China? Like, when did Ripple go to China? Before it was Ripple? Oh, when it was OpenCoin? Or when it was New Coin? These are things you won't hear on other channels because now we're taking time to think. Crypto Hulk did a deep dive, showed us connections that go back 11 years, and now we're thinking, wait a minute. If it started in China in 2013, it took about 5 years. It takes 2 to 5 years at least for Ripple to go into a country and get shit going. So if that said 2013 Ripple China, then if it took 4 years, that would be 2009. That's when Bitcoin came out. Oh, see how the timelines? See how these timelines work? If it was 5 years, it would be right when Bitcoin was ready to be released in 2008, came out in 2009. So that's right about the Bitcoin time, isn't it? Very interesting conspiracy stuff, isn't it? Because you got a Ripple China 2013. Ripple had to have been there 2, 3, 4 years in advance. So that puts you right about the time Bitcoin came out. Very interesting. All right. Peter is at work. Thanks, Hulk. You got Danny Boy, member for 15 months. Danny Boy says, thanks for all you do, Hulk. I'm trying to help you hear the news, but also think new people want you to see Ripple ain't a company. There's no fucking way. All right. So sometimes for the new people, I have to stop, break stuff down so you get it. And then you're like, oh, yeah, it's not a company. Now you got it. Now you're starting to learn. Hold on a minute. Okay, let's go. The next article, Thailand. We got that. Brics. Okay. Really briefly, where are we at as far as time? 43 minutes. Okay. One of my next articles, hold on a sec. All right. Copy and paste. Peter chat is active. Okay. Article. Let me take this article to the community page just in case YT decides not to post it. All right. The article is titled A Brics Alternative to the Swift Payment System. Here's another rumor that's going around. It's been going around for years how Brics is going to take over Swift, take over the dollar, and all these things. It's a total lie. I've already shown you in last night's show. Brics is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. I've already shown you how Brazil's a Ripple partner, Russia's a Ripple partner, India's a Ripple partner, China's a Ripple partner. And I don't have much evidence on the South Africa. So, given that information, and that Swift just came out with their brand new messaging platform, Swift ain't going nowhere. Let me continue the article. With Russia taking the lead, the Brics bloc is talking about creating a new payment system that isn't controlled by the United States. See what lie this is? I've just shown you all the evidence, right? And about how the United States is its Ripple. You get this? The United States is Ripple. So when Ripple goes out to these different countries to hook them up, you've already seen it. Ripple Russia, Ripple China, Ripple Indonesia, Ripple Israel. We can go on with Ripple this, Ripple that. Okay. This article says the Brics is looking for a new payment system. Oh, they got a new payment system, all right. It's called Ripple. You and me know this. I just showed all the evidence. Now, such a system could accelerate de-dollarization. BRICS is an economic cooperation made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And they just added Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and UAE. 40 countries want to join BRICS. Currently, most global trade moves through the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. That's SWIFT. In effect, SWIFT serves as a superhighway facilitating global trade. It operates as a global financial messaging service facilitating cross-border payments. As the SWIFT website puts it, SWIFT is the way the world moves value. SWIFT's not going away. Let me show you this right here. I did a show. Let me do a copy paste. There's that one. All right. What we got here? Go to the 27-second mark. 27-second mark. And then what do we see there? You see Ripple CN. You see a Ripple logo, and it says Ripple, and then a blue CN. That's Ripple China. Look just to the right of that. It's called RipX. RIPPEX. It's Brazil. Okay. If you let it go to the 29-second mark, 29-second mark, it says meet Rafael, who launched a Ripple gateway in Brazil. That's 2014. If you go to the 36-second mark, 36-second mark, you'll see a Russian research report saying, based on the research results, it was concluded that the Ripple platform can be considered as the basis for starting work on creating a system of cross-border settlements. If you go to the 45-second mark, again, you'll see the Ripple logo and it says Ripple RU. That's Russia. So, and that was just from what I did the other day. I'm not going to show the rest of that. What we clearly have, I'm not going to go into that article, talks about Brics and Swift. I already shown the evidence. That article is just blah 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 stuff. Okay, I just showed you straight facts. I just showed you how all the Brics are already Ripple partners from like 2013, 14. Whatever articles are showing about Brics and taking over the dollar, come on now, that's just dumb. That's foolishness, okay? I've got all the evidence. I just showed you. So sometimes I might laugh and I'm like, oh God, Brics is going to take over. We're doomed. The article's like, yes, and the Brics coalitions are looking for a new payment method. Seriously? Now look, that's foolish. They already have a new payment method. We already, you and me know. Let's keep it a secret. But the rest of the crypto space does not have the evidence Crypto Hulk channel has. Feels good to know ahead of time what to expect, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, it sucks. We got to wait. I know. But at least you know you're a winner when you're watching Crypto Hulk show because I'm showing you what crypto Brics is going to use. Isn't this amazing? Like, you're in on the beginning side. Everybody else reading these articles, oh God, what's the Brics gonna do? Oh, they're gonna take over, huh? The Brics are gonna take over. Yeah, channel's being weird today because I mentioned the CH, not gonna say INA word a lot. So the channel, it's having a hard time accepting that Crypto Hulk's already found this information out. That's what you're seeing. Mr. Hitsticks says in 2001, Goldman Sachs came up with the Brics name. Yes. And in 2013, Ripple's a partner with Goldman Sachs. Some of you don't know because you guys are new. But Goldman Sachs, let me take a quick little look here. Oh, here we go. Now, go to this video to the 21-second mark. 21-second mark. What do you see? Ripple Labs, meet the team, right? Notice Goldman Sachs is right there. So, Mr. Hitsticks, there you go. Goldman may have came up with the name, the Brics Coalition, but in 2001, but about 12 years later, they were official Ripple partners. So there you have that. Very interesting what we come up with on the show, huh? Elove 555. I'm so glad you exposed the Brics nations. I've been saying this for the longest, and people just don't get it. Keep up the good work. Crypto Mark says the show keeps cutting out. They're stressing bad. The YT platform. They're trying to make sure. Look, I'm on like cable. I'm not using public Wi-Fi anymore. I'm on cable, and they're still doing that to the show. Henry Brown was not notified. Oh yeah, go into your phones. I'm gonna do this right now for mine. Delete the YT app. If it asks you to keep a subscription, keep it. But I'm gonna remove mine off my phone, YouTube, and I have some called YouTube Studio. And I'll load it back when the show's over. What that does, it really helps. About half your problems go away when you delete that and then reload it back up again. You know, it never fails. Kurt Scott shows up with a couple beers, some coffee, because you got to wake up. Then another couple beers again, and then a couple donuts. Peter says the chat is not working. I have it all to myself. Yeah, see, that's how you know when a channel you're watching 40,000. I mean, think about it. How much do you think XRP is gonna be worth? I say at the bottom end, $1,000, and I think hypothetically a top end 50 to 100,000. Well, let's say 1,000 to 5,000 bucks a piece. Is 40,000 enough? Depends on how much you need. So I can't really answer that question. As the dome turns, the world is a stage. Phase one was not notified either. So what I want you to do is go into your settings, find the send feedback button, and complain. Yes, sent $10. Can you see it, Hulk? Uh, oh dang, right there. Hold on, Peter. Thanks for that donation. At work, thanks, Hulk. I read that off. I think I didn't look at the donation amount. I just looked at the message on that one. Sorry about that. But yes, you know what? I got people on the show that get memberships and support it. You know, I got to deal with the censorship platform. I'm like one of the only channels that does this kind of stuff. No, nobody says real stuff. You know why? Nobody says real stuff because just like this, their channel gets jammed up, and Danny boy, member for member for 15 months. Thanks for all you do, Crypto Hulk. But yeah, if people start talking the truth on YT, then this is what happens. So people rely on their sponsors, like corporate sponsors. And if your numbers ain't high, you don't get corporate sponsors. So I decided to do my own thing like I normally do. I decided I'm going to say what I want and show what I want. YouTube's going to give me a bunch of hits, and I'm going to rely on people that watch my show to support the channel. That's my decision. Okay. Tar Heels, thank you very much for that. Time is near. You notice it's all coming out. Stablecoin thing. Last month or the month before, the World Bank declares Ripple, I mean, the XRP for Ripple is a stable coin, right? And isn't it weird how a month or two after that, Ripple claims they're going to release a stable coin? Is this planned? Think about the coincidence. when a world when a world bank announces your crypto is a stable coin, and then like a month or two later, you come out with a stable coin. Come on. Oh my gosh. All right. This show's over. It's just about one hour. I'm 20 seconds short of an hour. Now, you can't stay here, but you don't have to go home. And other than that, I will make a PM show. I don't know what the time is. Tonight's might be like a 7:15 show. I might be doing something at around the 5 to 6 o'clock time frame, and I can't be here. So, but I'll let you know later. The show's gonna start anywhere from 6 to maybe 7:15 Pacific time. I have to go somewhere, like I said, so I might not be able to start the show till 7:15 ish. But Hulk is truly the one who cares for his viewers. Look, my job is to teach you to be rich, and that's my commitment to excellence. I will bring whatever investigatory skills I have. I will dig deep and find things to show you facts, and in the end, it's you who makes decisions. So, crypto teacher is what I am. I'll see y'all in my next broadcast.